Okay, good morning, boys and girls. How are you today? I hope everybody's safe and I hope you're enjoying the work. Um, Please make sure that you do it in order because the math is building on the past lessons that we've done. For today's lesson is really a continuity from what we did the previous 2 days. We've talked before about subtraction using common denominator and treating it exactly like addition, but all you need to do is find the common denominator of my two denominators, and once I do, I just make sure that there's a matching numerator. So I ask myself, what do I do to the 2 to get a 6? And the answer is I multiplied by 3. So I have to do the same thing for my 1. And the same thing, what do I need to do to the 3 to get a 6? Multiply by 2. I do it to the 1, multiply by 2, and then I just subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. My denominator stays the same. So really, this was the work you got yesterday. Maybe the trickiest thing would have been a word problem, maybe like a travel agency. Let's do number 19. A travel agency is finding volunteers for a travel group. Between a quarter and a half of the group must be between the ages of 15, 21, and at least half of the group must be over the age of 21. What is the least fraction of the group that can be under 15? Show your work. So if we know that half of the group must be over the age of 21, we know that anyone else is at least a half. They can be more than half, right? But we also know that between a quarter and a half is between the ages of 15 and 21. So we know that the maximum of people of ages between between the ages of 15 and 21, the maximum is half, the minimum is a fourth. So the minimum number of people who are under 15 is 0. Because if this ends up being a half, and I already know at least a half is over 21, so if half is over 21, half is over 21, and I also have a possibility of between a quarter and a half being between 15 and 21. 15 and 21, right? So if the worst case scenario is half of them are in this age. In this case, I have half that are over 21, a half that's between 15 and 21. So therefore, below the age of 15, I got nobody, right? Because half of them are over 21, half of them are between the age of 15 and 21. So therefore, I got no one left who's under 15. The best case scenario would be that if I get a quarter here, and if I have a quarter of the people between 15 and 21, and in that case, the most amount of people that could be below the age of 15 would be a quarter. So the least number would be 0, and the most number would be a quarter of them, right? What is the greatest fraction of the group that can be under? And we explained that once, right? So that's B is a quarter, and A is a 0.